not what I would call an especially nice late September Monday, but we're going to take a little romp around northern Illinois and see what we can see. I'm heading to our property out in Earlville, where the BNSF Mendota and UP Troy Grove subs cross. I need to cut the grass out there, which will take me a few hours, but I'll have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. The plan is this. I'll leave as early as I can in the morning. I likely won't make it to the Mendota sub in time to catch the Carl Sandburg to Quincy, but I may be able to make it for the Illinois Zephyr to Chicago. I worked long hours Saturday and Sunday, so I'm kinda hoping to sleep in a little, but we'll see how that goes. This is all counting on no rain, which there's a chance of all morning and a lesser chance the rest of the day. So after cutting the grass, I'll see what's around. As far as the UP and Earlville is concerned, there's the Troy Grove turn, LPJ05, which comes through southbound Midday-ish. The old Burlington main line doesn't have nearly the traffic it used to, or what the Chillicothe to the south still has, so if I hear something coming, I'll try and grab it passing the old CB&Q depot in Earlville, but I'm not holding my breath there. I'm also planning on stopping in Rochelle at least for a little bit. If I catch wind of something on the CPKC Chicago sub, I'd rather go catch that. More than likely it would be in eastbound 181 or 252, but Rochelle is on the way there, and I can get from the park to Davis Junction in about 20 minutes and then go from there. And again, if it's raining, then Rochelle is really my only option. Hooray for the covered platform there. Anyway, let's just see what the morning brings. It's raining, but I head out about 8:30. As I'm coming up to Sugar Grove, I hear something getting permission through a work zone near Big Rock. It ends up being an eastbound stack train, a relatively short one at that. It cleared town before I could get to the other side and get it on camera. We turn south from Route 30 and cross the BNSF Mendota sub at Leland. This is an interesting place because for a long time this was a flag stop for the Burlington. However, only one train per day in one direction stopped here, so I'm really not sure how you're supposed to get back here if you got on here. By the time Amtrak took over in 1971, the Burlington Northern only stopped in Earlville to the west. I take you on the scenic tour of Earlville here, and it doesn't really take very long. Although there is the old Burlington depot with the red roof, and Earlville does have its own grocery store now. That makes it a big city out here. I finished cutting the grass about 12:30, and no sooner do I get off the mower than I hear a horn. Train horns aren't uncommon out here, but this one sounds closer than it would if it was something on the BNSF. The corn is too high to see if it's on the UP, but I scramble to set the camera up anyway in the clearing on the off chance that it is. And I was right. Here's a really bad video of a short LPJ05 with a string of cars headed down to Troy Grove. It'll turn back to West Chicago and be through here again in about 4 or 5 hours. As I'm getting ready to leave our property, just for kicks I check the Amtrak map to see if there's anything around, and there is. The California Zephyr is actually on time, which I didn't know ever happened, and coming up on Mendota about 10 miles west. So back to downtown Earlville we go. I thought I would have more time, but I forgot the Zephyr doesn't actually stop in Mendota, so it's hauling you-know-what and quickly approaching. I end up with about 45 seconds to set up, so this isn't going to be the most beautifully framed video you've ever seen. And there's a surprise on the back if you can see it. From here I break off from the Mendota sub and start making my way north. Coming into Rochelle, I see a BNSF westbound stack train, and hear ITAG2 on the radio working Global 3. It's lunchtime first though, and then we'll head to the railroad park. As I approach the park, I hear the BNSF road switcher RCHI 476 talking to the dispatcher. And, well, there it is. I'm really not sure if they're trying to shove back into Del Monte or pull out. I'm really hoping shoving back because this job is supposed to have something special on it. And there it is. NS 8098 in Conrail Heritage paint is leading RCHI 476 today. We'll catch that better when it pulls out of Del Monte in a bit. That I-tag is still in Global 3 working. Sounds like a BNSF signal maintainer has a work block set up, so we may not see a whole lot for a while other than the BNSF local. The sun has come out and we may actually end up with a nice day out of all this. A little after 2, 476 comes out and we get a BN caboose in addition to the Conrail leader. That maintainer needs a little more time, so I'm not expecting anything to come through really before at least 2:30. I need to leave by 4 or so to get back home. I see on ATCS that there's something out there on UP Main 1 near Elburn that would probably be here in about 45 minutes if it doesn't stop. Could be the afternoon Z, but it seems a little early for it. Either way, time to take a seat and relax. At 2:20 we get dispatcher tones out of Global 3.
Dispatcher 12.
7379 East, over.
7379.
Yeah, I tag done with our work at Global 3, ready to go east, over.
Look for lights after 1 west.
Alright, lights after 1 west, over.
Correct.
Thanks, I tag out.
I don't know where that westbound is they're talking about, so I guess we'll just wait and see. At 2:30, UP Main 2 lights up with a clear. That's what that I-tag is waiting for. There's something on the BNSF too, but I'm not sure if it's 476 or something else waiting to go across. We'll see after this, whatever it is, westbound gets through. And it's a giant manifest. This was MPRNP from Proviso Yard to North Platte. Things are getting busy now. It's a parade out of Global 3.
UP Dispatcher 12.
WG Dispatcher 12, over.
WG.
I'd like to change TCS number 9979 to read the UP 4534, over.
Alright, now reads UP 4534, over.
TCS number 9979 to read the UP 4534. 19 cars from West Chicago. I guess we're going to go behind that ITAT for exit 76.
Alright, I'll stack you behind the ITAC.
Second instant, thanks, 7717 East, over.
7717 East, go ahead.
TCS 545, over.
It's operative.
Operative, third in line, I guess.
Alright, I'll stack you out behind the WG.
Roger that, out.
Plus, now there's a clear over on UP Main 1. First to get here is the westbound ZG2BR. This train used to run as ZG2BRB, but I don't know if it still is. Either way, it's ultimately going to Brooklyn Yard in Portland, Oregon. Then we get this ITAG2 on the last leg of its journey from Tacoma, Washington to Global 2. Looks like that whatever's still on the BNSF, but I'm not sure what it is, and it doesn't immediately get a light. It's actually 476 working to the east anyway.
Alright, BNSF 6100, at Rochelle, you have authority under main track 1 O&E. Between CPA 20 UP crossing Rochelle via the hand throws, over.
Okay, BNSF 6100, has authority to occupy main track number 1, O&E, between CPA 20, UP crossing Rochelle via the hand throws.
And that is correct, over.
Correct, thank you.
Thanks. If you would let me know when you clear main 2, I'll have a westbound Z coming shortly, over.
Okay, holler when we're clear too.
Thanks, BNSF C9 Dispatcher out.
But back to the ongoing parade out of Global 3. Looks like the West Chicago local is up next out of Global 3. And why not get one more in there? This was IG3CL to the NS at Calumet Yard. Big string of international containers with a handful of domestics towards the back. I decide to wait until 3:30. If I see something get a route, I'll stay for it. Otherwise, I've got enough to be happy with today. I haven't heard anything about anything up on the CPKC, so I'm not sure if I'll parallel it or just stay on the interstate to go home. And what do you know, right at 3:30 when I'm sitting in the car and about to leave, BNSF gets a westbound light. So this'll be the last thing before I leave. And it turns out to be the Seattle Z train ZCHC SSE. At this point, I pack up and head out. I'm still not sure if I'm going to attempt to parallel the CPKC or not, but the stupid traffic on I-39 makes my mind up for me, and I break off at Illinois Route 72. This isn't necessarily railroad related, but this is the town of Fairdale. On April 9th, 2015, a massive tornado touched down near Franklin Grove and went east-northeast on a 30 or so mile path of destruction. It had reached almost EF5 level, but by the time it directly hit Fairdale, it was a high EF3, affecting 71 homes and destroying 13. There were somehow only 2 fatalities and 11 injuries here, in addition to 11 injuries elsewhere in the region. The town has obviously built back though, and today you wouldn't even know anything happened here. I never heard anything on the radio and end up not seeing anything on the way, but it's kinda a nice drive to get away from the highway. Except when you keep getting stuck behind slower things like I did. Thanks for watching this video, which was a lot of fun but exhausting to throw together. It was a long day. You can follow me on Instagram and read the blog. Links are in the video description. Until next time, I'm Tyler, and thank you for watching the Northeastern Illinois Railfan YouTube channel.